Now, from public hero to a convicted murderer, a trial that caught the attention of people across the globe, the former South African Paralympic gold medalist Oscar Pistorius is back in the news. He's seeking an early release from prison following his 2016 sentence for the murder of his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp. Now, Steenkamp's family has opposed his plea as it came up before the parole board. Now, known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs, Pistorius was part of the movement pushing for greater acceptance for disabled athletes. But everything, of course, came crashing down for this much-adored sports hero at one time. In 2013, he'd made headlines for killing his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp in his bathroom on Valentine's Day back in 2013. This incident, of course, had shocked his fans and followers. As the trial drew worldwide interest, he continued to maintain that he was innocent and that he shot his girlfriend by mistake, mistaking her to be an intruder who had barged into the bathroom, when in reality his girlfriend was in fact on the other side of the bathroom door. He was subsequently jailed in 2016, initially for a 6-year term, which was later increased to 13 years after an appeal by the prosecutors, who argued the initial sentence was just way too lenient. Pistorius became eligible for parole after having served half of his sentence. The hearing on Pistorius' plea is being heard by the parole board. Attending the hearing, the family of Reeva Steenkamp made a representation opposing Pistorius' parole bid. Earlier arriving at the Atteridgeville prison near Pretoria, the victim's mother urged people not to believe his testimony.
It would be very hard to be in the same room.
And of course you'll be opposing any parole that you as a family believe that you've not
believe his story. I believe his story.
They feel that he has shown no remorse, he's not rehabilitated, because if he had been, he would have come clean and told the true story of what happened that night. The Supreme Court of Appeal found that he hasn't divulged everything that happened that night, and that's the position that they also hold.
And Beyond's correspondent Calden Ongwu is now joining us live from Pretoria. Calden, you know, this is such a high-profile case that is being tracked around the world. In this moment, tell us on what grounds is Oscar Pistorius seeking a parole?
So currently, Saleh, as we talk to you, we are still here in Atteridgeville Correctional Center, where the parole board is still continuing to hear Oscar Pistorius' side of the story. So earlier you heard from the victim's family, in particular the mother, June Steenkamp, made her statement before the parole. Now we can formally say that the family is against Oscar Pistorius getting this parole because they believe that he has not been truthful. The family has always said time and again, and this is not the first time, said that we just want the truth. In fact, last year when the father of the victim, Barry Steenkamp, met Oscar in this very same prison, Barry Steenkamp also said the same thing. There was no remorse. And, he just said what he wanted to, but he did not tell the full truth. So as we speak right now, the spokesperson of Correctional Services have said that the parole board is still busy. Oscar Pistorius, just like the victim's family, will get an opportunity to make his statement before the parole board. Now, this parole board consisting of, community members, not just normal community members, but professionals like psychiatrists, psychologists, they will be present there. There are civil society organizations, individuals from there, and also correctional services officials who will be there. We heard earlier from the spokesperson actually saying that, Oscar Pistorius, while his stay in this prison behind me, has been showing good conduct. They've said that he has done everything to the T. He has shown good behavior and good conduct. So, we don't know if that's a hint that he will be getting parole. But at this given point of time, I can say that the Steenkamp family has formally objected for his parole. But, what happens from here going on, if at all, even if the board says he's granted a parole, it will not be a quick thing that he's going to get out of this prison today itself. It is going to take few more days. There will be some admin work that needs to be seen through as well. The spokesperson of the Correctional Services earlier also stating that there is a program, in fact, Oscar Pistorius has to go through. You know, some of these perpetrators, when they go out from the jail to the outside world, they're not readily accepted by the society. So they have to mentally prepare them. So he still has to go through that program, and only when the board is when the parole board who's sitting right now they feel confident that Oscar Pistorius is ready to move out of the prison, then they set a date. They will, to all the stakeholders, they will relay this information as to what was the decision of the board. Only then a date will be given for Oscar Pistorius. So today, it may, like the Correctional Services officers confirmed earlier, the parole board may come out with its verdict today, tomorrow, or they may even take few days, but they will certainly give out a statement to the media. We don't know whether it will be in physical or via statement if the parole board is done today.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Kaldinongu, for joining us and getting us all those details from Pretoria there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.